So, good morning, everybody. It is Erev Shabbos Kodesh here at Israel. It is, a little bit nervous. Brought some extra water bottles up to the mamad room. You're looking at it, so God forbid there's sirens going on. We'll be packed in here with my computers and my electric drums. I told my family and my sister-in-law, who's here from America, that if I'm in a meeting, just wait outside, and I'll finish it. I'll let you guys know when you come inside the office. So we're clear with that. So that's important. Um, yeah, I'm getting ready. I mean, it's kind of a weird situation, not knowing exactly what the next day, couple of days, week's going to bring. It's unprecedented, really. So mixed feelings. Which kind of a little bit of this parsha, a little of a Musar Haskell, a little bit of ideas. The I guess, unfortunately, is this Chama of Midyan. Even though Moshe was told Sarar to kind of instigate, but the actual Chama takes place right now. And Steve Shalom brings a lot of interesting questions, how unique this battle of Midyan was. Very small amount, 12,000. Against hundreds of thousands of soldiers of Midyan. They were told they could take stuff. They gave some of the stuff for Truma. There's a Agulas Kalim is here. Why Moshe had to do this now. Very important. Well, maybe Moshe died and then do the Milchama Midyan. Why now? So a lot of interesting questions and how different this Milchama Midyan was as opposed to the other wars the Jewish people went through. One interesting thing that you don't see, that the Medrash says that we talk about Kol Shevet B'Shevet, Ish Lamata. So the Medrash picks up on this point, Ish Lamata, that there are actually 1,000 for each Shevet that was going to fight, and 1,000 just to daven for those 1,000 for the Jewish people, which is something we don't really see. I mean, Mistama, Jewish people go to fight, and people are davening, get that. But to actually have people, exact amount of people that are fighting with their hands, same amount of people are going to daven. So this concept we actually have, similarly, we had a fancy Rambam Yomi about a couple of months ago with the Mishmoros, with the Kohanim, and the Leviim would have different days and different weeks that people would do their guard. And matos, there was a group, 24 groups of holy Jews that would gather in Yerushalayim and all the other cities in Eretz Yisrael and daven and fast. So while the Kohanim of that Mishmar were doing the Avodah, doing the Kabbanos, doing all the Avodah, Jewish people would daven and fast. So this concept is not really foreign as far as people doing action, and then people set aside to daven and fast. So this idea, Nesiv Shalom picks up. He wants to say that there's two things taking place here. There's this emotion, action side of the coin, and then there's the das, the tefilla side of the coin. And these are two things that this Milchama was really going to represent, because Midyan and Bilam, Balak, they weren't just trying to destroy the Jews, but they're trying to separate this connection between the Jews and Hashem, and that would cut us apart, cut the sever the bond of us and Kadosh Baruch Hu, and that would be the destruction. And there's two things that they did. One is Avodah Zarah, and one is Baal Pa'ar, and Benos Moab, Benos Midyan. So these two areas, messing up the Emunah, and also the emotional side to mess up their emotion, that was going to be the destruction of the Jewish people. And therefore, to be attacking that, there's a two-prong approach to fight this battle. One is the emotion, one is to fight in action, and the other side is with das, with davening, the emunah side of the coin, which is why one of the ways that they made sure that these people were ready to fight, 1,000 from each Shevet, Medrash says, the people that didn't mess up the order of the tefillin. They did the yad and then the rosh. And the question is, Why is that important? Maybe 12,000 that knew about Shabbos, 12,000 that knew Gemara. What's the importance of the Rosh and the Yad, the order, the importance of that? And Steve Shalom says, no, it's very important because you cannot work on your Das, on your Munah side, unless you try to take a stab at improving your Kedusha side of your life, your Taiva side of your life. And these two areas that are important, and the order is important, and these two things are crucial in fighting your battles, fighting your emotional, your spiritual battles, is those two sides. The Yad, which is neged your lave, and your Rosh, which is by your moach, by your brain. And these sides are extremely important, which is why this actually takes place. You actually have Yoshua, who leads the battle, who is from Yosef. Yosef, we know, was fighting his Yetzer, controlling his body, controlling his machshava, his emotions against the wife of Potiphar, and other battles that Yosef had. And that's Yeshua, who led the battles. And the spiritual, just like by Amalek, who davened, was led by Moshe. Moshe was the Moach. And these two pieces are extremely important, actually, as we, unfortunately, are in the middle of things. We need both these things. We need people that are going to fight. We need people that are going to be controlling their emotions and trying to not think about themselves, but think about their brothers and sisters who are home in Petah Tikva, Beit Shemesh, Yerushalayim. So those people have to now fight their emotions and direct themselves to fighting. And we have us. We have the rest of the people in America, people in Beit Shemesh, that have to now stand beside them in tefillah. And those two sides will do it. Those two sides hopefully will, we have a munah that will prevail with those two sides. It's the emotional side and the action, and then there's the moach side and the tefillah. The Medrash Tanchuma brings down actually, interesting question. Jewish people, why is this so important anyway, to have this davening side? Because the Urim V'Tumim tell you you're going to win, you should go fight. So what's the need of having the davening side? I mean, think about it. The Navi would go to the Kohen, ask the question, and the Urim V'Tumim would light up and would say, go to battle, you'll do well. So what's the point of the davening part? So the Medrash more or less says that this is actually not a stira. Because even if you know what's going to take place, even if it's a Navi and you have Nevuah that things are going to be good, you still have to daven. There's no, oh, well, it's going to happen, let me just go to sleep and things like that. There's still there, that Bakshu Panav Tamid, you still have to seek out Hashem, you still have to daven for Hashem. So even though we're confident in the IDF, we're confident that Hashem's going to have the right tools working, even though this is probably unprecedented attack that we're going to see. But we're confident. Everyone went to shul today. Until we hear differently, we're going to have regular davening. And we'll go our business and daven to Hashem. And hopefully, next time we speak, we'll only have good news. And remember, keep davening for the people in Eretz Yisrael. We're davening for people outside Eretz Yisrael. All these attacks, all these protests should go away. And we should only hear good things. Shabbat Shalom.